Dodge Stags are up 12-7 against Norwalk. I think we might be into stoppage time almost. Looks like we got an injury on the field right now, but let's go Stag Nation. Let's roll Stags. So I lived in Fort Dodge the last 4 years, coached at Iowa Central Community College. So these are my dudes. I was supposed to be doing this broadcast, actually the color commentator, but weather killed it. It was supposed to be on Friday. I get over halfway there to southeast to the Des Moines area, and then it's like they finally called it because of rain, which is a good call because like the weather was awful, but like no good. Like I drove over 3 hours, and then it was like yeah, it's canceled. So that was terrible. So I'm really bummed. I'm not able to be broadcasting this right now, or I wasn't able to do it on Friday. But I'm hyped that I get to watch this actually. So Fort Dodge Stags 12, Norwalk 7. We're in the first half right now. I think it's about halftime. We just had one of the Stags go off with an injury. So we'll see. What do we got? It looks like a penalty to Fort Dodge. We'll see how we go right here. This is big. Ending the half with a score is a big, big deal. We'll see what they can do here. Spin it out to the right. I think that's Casper Bauer right there. He's got a couple stick rods coming in to play scrum half. He's looking. Oh, nope. Ruck with support was just a tiny bit slow. So they give up the penalty. So Norwalk goes to quick tap. They're about 30 meters away or about 30 meters from their own defending line. Really good ruck support, though, from Norwalk right here. Let's go. Let's go. So high school sevens is always fun to watch. It's just like smash mouth. Oh, that's a big fella. I think he's going to take it. That is a fast big fella. Oh, what a take. Okay, so they get to try. It looks like right before, got a few minutes left it looks like according to the what I'm seeing, they got like 30 seconds left in the half. So we'll see how this goes. They might, if they convert this, it's right in front of the sticks. It was like a full-on breakaway. So let's see what they go. And I got to check the audio on this actually right now. Just give me 1 sec. Might get a little interference here. Can we hear me? Yeah, can we hear me? Can we hear me? Can we hear me? We cannot hear me. We can hear me. We can hear me. Nice. All right, cool. Back to the rugby. Just had to check that. I've been having some audio problems lately. So, Norwalk makes it. It looks like we're going to have the kick here, though. So Norwalk's kicking off. This should be the last play of the first half. Again, I was supposed to be broadcasting this, but it was, Fort Dodge kid just ran dude over. What a great run, great ruck support. They're playing it off to the left. I think that, is he going? I think he's going. Got a Stag going down the left sideline. Kind of looks like, what's his name? Cale Adams, I'm guessing. I think so. Fort Dodge getting the try here right before halftime. Nice. Let's go. It looked like Cale Adams based on how he's running. So I coached these kids last year, so I got a pretty good look at him. Did that go through? That's going to be halftime. That's a big way to end the half. Like, I think that was really close where at Norwalk, like they scored with like 33 seconds left. So I don't think they quite could run the clock out, but we're going to finish this. So we got one more half of this Iowa high school boys sevens match that I'm watching. These are my dudes. Like I said, I coached them basically the whole 4 years when I was in Fort Dodge. Like it was my kind of like side, like passion volunteer coaching job. It's my buddy, Tom McClyman, who is a teammate of mine with the Bremer County Bucks. He's a teacher in Fort Dodge. Great dude. He started the Fort Dodge high school program. And I want to say it was like about the second or third year of them having a high school program that I joined him there. So I got to give a shout out to my dude though. Hold on 1 sec. Derek Rose, what the heck was your name? I told this dude, he'd been commenting on my videos. Derek Rose, like 6FC, something like that. Hey, I hear you, dog. I see you. So they're doing sponsors right now. But again, Iowa, they play sevens only, really. They're just adding back now 15s after the seventh season. So this will go for like 6 weeks. And then in like mid to late May, they'll play a couple weeks of 15. So when Iowa high school rugby started, it was just 15s. And then they realized like that it was tough for a lot of these schools to get a full 15 squad out on the field. And so they backed it off, and they went sevens focused, which has been good as far as getting numbers of teams and more players playing. But the flip side of it is it does mean that you end up with a few less, you guys get less prepared for college rugby. So you got a lot of guys that they play sevens here in high school for a few years, and then they get to college, and then it's 15s in the fall, and they're like, I'm a sevens guy because that's what I played in high school. And like I saw this repeatedly in college. These kids really didn't have any. Like 5-6 years ago when I was even living in St. Louis, but I'd come on up to referee in Iowa, and for a few years they didn't even have lineouts. It was like a rugby league lineout where they just like tap it, toss it in from the sideline. So the set pieces and stuff, just some of the nuances of 15s, like some of these kids, like they don't have it. And I think it's really, really good that that they're re-adding 15s back to Iowa high school. But I think we got kickoff coming here. So Fort Dodge is up 17-14, 3 tries to 2, but they only converted 1. They kicked deep to Norwalk. That was a really good deep kick. I think we had a little offload by Norwalk. I think Stags come up with that. Yep. Got a scrum here. So scrum here to the Fort Dodge Stags, or they're playing the advantage. Yep. And that's going to be a try. Who got that? Can't see. I can't tell which player that is right there, but that's a Stags try right there. You haven't. What up, KK Panda? What up, Rian? How you doing? 3 a.m. I'm doing good. I'm watching these high school kids play that I coached a lot over the last 4 years. It's my really good friend. So it's a high school in the this is Iowa high school 7. So the Fort Dodge Stags are up on Norwalk. This is their first week. They play 7s in high school. And so I was coaching at the college at Iowa Central Community College in Fort Dodge, but as a friend of mine, a club teammate of mine and stuff that he's a teacher in Fort Dodge, and he started the high school program in Fort Dodge. And so then I could usually make 2, maybe even 3 of their practices a week. So like these are like my boys. Oh, great offload from Norwalk though. Okay, so they got a little break. So Fort Dodge is up 24-14. A couple missed tackles. Can this dude take it to that's a great cleanup tackle though. Ooh, I don't know who made that, but that was a great cleanup tackle. So Norwalk's like inside the Fort Dodge 22 here. Moving. They get a score here. This is like game on. If Fort Dodge can keep them out, like I think they can kind of squeeze it. Oh, they're like way in the right corner, and it's like 1% of the field, but it's like blocked. Okay, so we got an advantage to Norwalk. Cleaning it up. Okay, good work. All right, back. Is it penalty or scrum advantage? Penalty advantage. All right. Played 12, but third team. Rootport? Near Joburg? It's the Confederates? Dang. I'm watching Iowa high school 7s rugby right now. So this is Fort Dodge versus Norwalk. And Fort Dodge is up 24-14, but Norwalk is Fort Dodge stripped. What's the call? This was like right at the try zone, like right at the try line, right in front of the sticks. It was like kind of a tackle situation. Norwalk like got tackled by like 2 dudes. I almost looked like he was scoring a try, but then like Fort Dodge player just like comes right out with it. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say he's gonna call like a not releasing penalty or something here. Yeah. So it's gonna be a penalty to Norwalk on the 5-meter line. So, like I said, these are my dudes who are defending right now. They're up by 2 tries. So I'm really hoping they can hang on to this. Oh, good dummy switch. Oh, they force a mistake there. Once again, we're in like the tiny right corner of the field where let's go. Stick Rod. Who's that? Good tackle by Stick Rod right there. So the Sticker has a big dude. He's like a good 6'4", 6'5", and he's pretty fast too. He's going to Iowa Central, which is where I coached the last 4 years. After this semester, he'll start his freshman year in the fall. Man, this is a great defensive stand, to be honest. This is like a huge double tackle. They backed him up. Parents fighting, embarrassing everyone. Bro, same. Oh, I think we got a not releasing penalty. That was a huge defensive stand from the Stags. Huge defensive stand. Sticky's tapping and going. Yeah, no, same thing here in America, except the parents are less knowledgeable about rugby. They're just like scream. Oh, we got a little half break. Is that Stoke? I think that's Owen Stoke with it. Good ruck support. I'm not sure. Whoever was on that ruck support there, that was real good. Sticker out again. They got him by the jersey, tossed him down. Way to hold on to the ball. Oh, good pick and go. Playing with my rugby ball, watching the game. I like it. Oh, so Stags are cross halfway. We got an offload. Let's go. They score here. This game is cooked. They got it. Okay. Let's go. what's it called? He's calling a penalty on the ball carrier. Oh, he's giving. I think the penalty on the ball carrier for giving a forearm to the attempted tackler. Jeez, I wouldn't say it's quite taken off yet, but it's getting better. It's definitely getting better. I wish our men's team could get some results. Our ladies have even kind of fallen off the last few years, but at the college and high school level, it's definitely like it's headed in the right direction. You're starting to see kids come through into the Eagles that are like, all right, we got a stag scrum here. There we go. Another good defensive stand. So penalty, they made the stop. They forced a knock on. So they got a scrum just inside the opposite 22. So that's good stuff. But you're definitely like there's a kid right now who is in the last Eagles camp who's from Green Bay, Wisconsin, who he comes from a rugby family up there. And I first met him when he's probably like 9 or 10 years old at a camp I put on up in that area. And now he's playing at Life University, good dummy and go. He's like 20 years old. He was in the senior USA Eagles. He was in their camp. We'll see if he gets capped here, but I think he's in perfect position if he stays healthy and keeps developing to hopefully make that World Cup squad in 2027. So thank goodness we qualified. All right, what do we get? We gave up a penalty again, but the clock's working in our favor right now. We're up by 10. There's only a minute left, and their kicker can't find touch, so we got the ball back. Yeah, I see this pretty regularly. These high school players that just like they cannot. Oh, okay. So we got a not releasing by the tackler, stick rod with the tap and go. Just taking it straight up. Good carry though. Ruck support's there. Well done. They spin it to the right. I think that is again Cale Adams. He's got such good leg. This kid has a really good leg drive. I think he's only a sophomore. He's young, but he's a physical kid, and he's got like really good attitude. He's got like really good go forward. We get another penalty. Yeah, this game is over. There's like 15 seconds left. Hands in the ruck penalty. Sticker out no, that's not sticker out. That's somebody else taking that. That's another fairly tall fella. We're like another penalty. Wow, this is going well. Who's going to take that? Is that Stoke? I'm not sure maybe Owen Stoke. I'm not sure though, but that's a try for the Stags to finish out. Let's go, roll stagnation. Let's go. Attitude is half the battle, my man. I agree with that wholeheartedly. If you got that dog in you, you got that fight, like, you'd be all right. All right, so we got the conversion coming, and I think that's going to be game if this scoreboard is correct with the time. I think so. Yep. Final whistle goes. So Fort Dodge 29, Norwalk 14. Let's go. Let's go, Stags. These are my boys. It's my boys coaching it. I love it. I'm bummed I can't be there. Like I said, this was supposed to happen on Friday, and I was supposed to be on the broadcast team for it. And I drove 3 hours, like most of the way there. And then they're like, yeah, weather's too bad, not happening. So I went to my other rugby friend's house, and we went and played some indoor golf, and it was okay. But it was a bummer. Way too much driving. But this Friday, I'm headed down to Cedar Rapids, which I think the weather looks better for that one. So I will be doing broadcast work this Friday. Also, this Iowa Sevens high school. So, all right, we got Bondurant Urbandale up next. I like it. I'm just going to say what else happened. Oh, the big one, Iowa State beat Lindenwood. I'm not sure if that's probably not Lindenwood's like first side, but that's a big W. That just happened this last weekend. Iowa State's getting ready to play to like go for like a D1 AA national title. Lindenwood's one of the best teams in the country consistently. And I think it beat them 31-29. So that is like a huge win for Iowa State. Like Coach Ant Fryan, they've been building for a few years. They've won. I think they got a title a few years back, but man, like anytime you beat Lindenwood, like that's a team with a huge roster, great coaching staff, ton of talent. They're always in the top like 6-8 teams in the U.S. collegiately. To be able to beat them again, I would imagine that wasn't like their first side, but like that was a good squad they beat. That was a really good squad. I've coached against Lindenwood a whole bunch. And anytime you can get a dub over those guys is a big day. I definitely lost a lot more, which is interesting because I actually even coached at Lindenwood Belleville, but that's another complicated story we got going on with Lindenwood Belleville, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, shout out to Iowa State for beating the Lindenwood Lions. That's a huge dub. I think I would imagine they rested some of their guys because they got to go to into playoffs coming up. I want to say USA Rugby D1A. I think playoffs start in the next. Yeah, so we're watching Urbandale Bondurant is on, and there's like there's immediately like egregious penalties happening, but whatever, that happens. That's rugby. Especially at high school level, you see just like stupid stuff. They just want to run with the ball. Big guys just want to run with the ball. That's pretty good ruck support right there. I think I'm trying to figure out which team. I think we got Urbandale attack. Both of them are like in blue. No, I think it's Bondurant. Like they're both like kind of like blue jerseys, so it's a little bit. Did you miss me? Yay, what up? Yeah, Seawolves. Y'all did good. Y'all beat Old Glory pretty solidly from what I saw. Great dub. Which brings me to the other thing I was going to talk about, MLR. So yeah, we had like what, Seawolves. Oh, great shoot defensively right now. Oh man, whoever taught that kid that line speed right there, that was phenomenal. Wow. Wow. Hold on. I want to double check on the score. I know Legion bounced back. So yeah, Hounds beat Anthem. So it's really interesting. Like standings got to be weird at MLR right now because the Legion and Anthem are both 1-1. Legion like smacked the crap out of the Free Jacks, 43-5. So like that's crazy. I love rugby people too, man. Rugby people are the best. Like for the Free Jacks, the defending champs got smacked, like absolutely smacked by the Legion, who the previous week had lost to Anthem, it was their first win. Like they went 2 full seasons winless, and then they go out and they beat Legion in game 1, and then Legion comes back and pounds the Free Jacks, like the 3-time defending champs. So that's wild. So you got Anthem and the Legion are both 1-1. The Anthem then this past weekend lost to the Hounds 33-19. So Chicago 1-0, Free Jacks 0-1, Old Glory 0-1, and Seawolves 33-16 over Old Glory on Friday night. So wow. What a big thing in MLR has always been the parity, and like it's immediately shaping up that looks like what it is again. That Free Jacks Legion score is not what you expected. Like, wow, I know the Free Jacks, like what they change with there being less foreign players. Okay, so we got a breakaway in this high school game. So whatever team, I think that's Bondurant, I think, scoring a try, but I'm not even I wouldn't know for sure. Oh my gosh, if we could get the commercial support behind it would be massive. Like they just got to survive these next few seasons, and if they can like just stay viable through that home World Cup, I think it can absolutely take off. Like I know I've had a number of guys I coached who ended up playing in the MLR. And then I've got, a number of my wife plays, and she's got a bunch of her former teammates and friends who are in the women's elite rugby as well, which is like the women's pro league, which just had one season so far last year, but they're coming into their next one. If we can MLR, man, if they can stay viable, as my understanding from what I've heard is that New England, the Free Jacks are the only team that's like, I don't know if they make money, but they're not really losing money. Otherwise, like every other team, like basically when, I know enough people in the league and stuff that essentially you sign up to lose like $2-3 million a year for 10 years is like kind of the agreement with it. And watching all those teams like bounce after this last season to go from 11 to 6, it's like they gotta this season, the next couple seasons are like, I don't mean to say make or break, but you go below 6 teams and it's kind of like, is this really that much of a league anymore? But if they can keep improving the product on the field, good offload here. If they can keep improving the product on the field and get close to the commercial viability, like it can take, like they just got to survive and keep like getting a little bit better every year until that home World Cup. And then it could all just completely be a game changer. But we got another penalty. I think we got a card coming. Okay, so yeah, Bondurant. I was correct. Bondurant is up 7-0 on Urbandale. We had a blatant not back 10 on a penalty quick tap right here. So I'm trying to think. Bondurant. I coached Hudson Veru, who's now at the University of Iowa. So his brother Gavin is probably out there. His brother is he'll probably be noticeable if I actually pay a lot of attention. So he was like an all-state football player. He's a really, really, really good rugby player. Hudson is as well. Like Hudson, I coached him with the Midwest All-Stars. I coached him for a season at Iowa Central Community College. But that family is his brother is an absolute baller. He's one of the best running backs in the state in football, from is my understanding. Tom Brady. Yeah, dude. Yes. We need to get a couple, like a few more celebs, outing themselves as rugby fans, or even just giving it a shot would be a big deal. That's going to be a try for Bondurant. Nice. Okay, so Bondurant, that's going to be a second try right in front of the sticks. If he makes this, so we're 12-0, and that's 14. That's a really good kicker. Man, that kid, that's both. I watched both of those conversions were just like split the sticks, like perfect drop kick, like split the sticks. That's really good stuff. Yeah, we just come on, Eagles, come on. Like if we could win like 2 pool matches, that'd be great. Honestly, even after the last World Cup, not qualifying, and the one before that was such a disappointment. Like I was in Japan for our last pool game in 2019. It was at Osaka. I got a bunch of Japanese rugby friends, and so I managed to sneak away for a weekend, and like the cyclone almost stopped it. It was that's gonna be another try. That's probably Gavin Veru right there. That was some athletic looking stepping. Everyone does. Everyone except maybe like, I don't know, England. Like they want the USA to be good, but just not good enough to beat them. uh, Man, that kicker is good. So Bondurant, I think, is up 21-0, almost halftime. Man, they look polished. So I think they were the state champs the last 2 years at like the lower division, and now they've moved up. They've moved up this year, and they look every bit the part. Urbandale's usually a pretty good team. And Bondurant is looking legit, super legit in that. Yeah, man, the skill, like this is good rugby from this Bondurant team. Like the ball is moving well. There's like cohesiveness to their play. It seems like they understand space well. Oh man, oh, dirty little offload. Yep, that's gonna be another try. Oh man, wow. So anybody ends up watching this from Iowa, like Bondurant, man, after watching this, they look super legit. That's the 4th try that's gonna be going into halftime, and like this is the last couple of the tries have been like that's good, actual good rugby there, for high school, man. Wow. Oh, but MLR, wow, yeah. We got to stay commercially viable. That is like the key thing. They got to keep hanging around. They got to keep making the product better. They got to keep improving the broadcast experience. Like bring in, 5-10% more fans each year. In 5 years, we got something. But, we'll find out. We will find out, but that's all I got. I'm gonna stick on through this game, and then I got to get going. So I wanted to hit Iowa High School, which I'm doing, and I'm watching. Roll Stags, got the dubs. Well done, Stags tonight. And then wanted to just talk that college rugby. We got the D1, like I said, playoffs coming up for D1, and wanted to mention how the Iowa State men beat Lindenwood. That was a huge, huge one. And then just MLR. Like MLR, we're second week, first week of full games. I think I did. Hold up, I want to check. I think this next week we start doing the Sunday night ones. Yeah, I think we got Anthem and Seawolves on Sunday. Okay, no, it's not Sunday night, but it's okay. Oh no, we got 2. Yeah. Okay, Hounds Legion. So it's one game on Saturday. Free Jacks Old Glory. So both of the 0-1 teams. All right, on Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday we got Anthem Seawolves and Hounds Legion. So I think I'm going to go live. I think I'm going to go live for at least one of those Sunday games. Saturday is pretty cooked for me. I think my wife has a game. So I'm going to go support her and watch the baby while we cheer on mom. But Sunday, I think I'm going to try and go live. That Anthem Seawolves game, that one's, geez, those are both good games though. Hounds Legion. So Hounds 1-0. Hounds are the home team for me, basically, where I'm at. But Anthem's who I'm back in this year. How many teams in the season? Oh, and this Iowa high school stuff. Let me think about this. Like about a little over 20. little over 20, I think. They got two. No, it's probably like 20. It's probably at least 25 because they got two divisions. I think the lower division, they've usually got like 10 or 11 teams, and then the higher division. So it's kind of like based on enrollment, but then there's a bit of like teams that are smaller schools, but they're really competitive for a few years. Like they'll play up. So I want to say it's like 25. Yeah, I think there's about 25 teams here in this Iowa High School Boys Sevens League. Could be, I think it's at least 23, 24. It could be as many as almost 30 because they even have like they call it a frontier league where it's like brand new teams or teams that have like just 7 players. Man, this Bondurant team, like just looking at these kids execute these skills, like these guys are good. So 28-0 Bondurant over Urbandale here at halftime. Yeah, and especially they get like in a state like Iowa. I mean, I'm trying to think here in Wisconsin, there's probably what do we got about 15 high school teams, but it's 15. So like Iowa's unique in the like it's their primary high school rugby is sevens. They're just restarting 15s here like this year. Other than the select side, Brent Nelson from my old coworker at Iowa Central, he was had restarted 15s for like a select side the last like 3 years, but otherwise that's it. But they're restarting an actual 15s league, and they're gonna have like probably like 5 or 6 teams. They figure they'll combine some of these sevens teams to make 15s teams. But yeah, Wisconsin, it's 15s, and then they'll do like a select side all-star sort of thing where they'll go to some big sevens tournaments, but very much different with the Iowa, Wisconsin, like Wisconsin, Missouri, where I last was 15s, 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 Iowa sevens. I don't know. It pays off with more teams being able to participate. It ends up handicapping the kids when they get to college because they don't know how to play rugby outside of sevens, but more participants is a good thing. Fort Dodge, what up, Amos Throckmorton? Heck yeah, Fort Dodge, dog. That's what I said. I know. I watched that. I'll post this after. I got like the second half of the Stags match here. I started right when the second half started. That was, bro, Fort Dodge versus everybody, man. That was a great. That was a great dub. Great way to start the season from Coach McClyman and the boys. I miss them. I miss them very much. I think they went 2-0. I'm not 100%. It sounded like I missed the first one, but it sounded like they won the first one. We definitely won the second one. They beat Norwalk like 29-14. So sevens is a good path. It's easier, like especially for the casual fan or someone new to it, like it's easier to grasp it 100%. And for like these high school kids, I like it's a better jumping off point. But then again, it's also like then they don't. I want to say like they just don't develop the rugby IQ. And then again, when you want to start teaching them 15s, they like look like deer in headlights. Good God, this kicker from Bondurant is crazy. That's got to be if that Gavin Veru or somebody else, but he's absolutely balling out. He's made 5 out of 5 conversions, and he looks like he's a professional rugby player with that drop kick for conversions. Yeah, Fort Dodge killing it. I'm not 100% sure they won the first game. There was the way the broadcast was talking, it sounded like, oh, it was a little sloppy or whatever, but they definitely beat Norwalk in the number 2 game. Okay, I think we got Urbandale on a breakaway. Can he finish it? Oh, he's getting hawked. He's getting hawked like 10 meters away. That was great ruck support, though, from the Urbandale guy. Let's go. I want to see Urbandale get one here. Urbandale is traditionally one of the top 4. Definitely, they qualify for state every year. They're one of the better teams. That's great poach from whoever. Jeez, I think that's going to be a penalty. I think he got. Yeah. Wow. Nope. Is that a try? No. Oh. We got. This is. Urbandale is like 1 meter away. Okay, and then they get the try. Caleb Mullins, what's up? Howdy. Injury-wise, parents are a little bit, not really. Not in Fort Dodge, Iowa. It's like everyone's like, get in there, little Billy, toughen up. Yeah, I would say it depends. There's always going to be like a few moms who like freak out. I've only seen that a couple times. There's a little bit of it, but I won't say it's pervasive. Honestly, you see more parents worried about football than you do at rugby, is my experience wise. What's up, Nathaniel? One fun. Yeah, it exists, but I haven't seen that much of it. Parents care about their kids and they're worried about them, but at the same time, I've only had there was one I definitely had there was one back in St. Louis where a kid got concussed and like the parents were like, "Nope, nope, stop. We're done." Uh but like I would say I've seen very little. In Fort Dodge, it's like Fort Dodge, Iowa is a super tough community and like really good at wrestling, really got like tough attitude and stuff, and like the whole community is like, nope, toughen up, be better. Like I kind of love it. Joe, what up? FQ, hey, what's up? Shout to you. That beard is insane density. Thank you, appreciate it. It's all that testosterone. Oh, I think we got Bondurant on another breakaway. Oh, yep. He's gonna go. So Urbandale got the one try, but Bondurant is just like putting it on him. I think we got some glare. Mr. Gray, you got some glare on your broadcast right up there. Joe FQ4CT, what up? Got you. Ignacio, what up? You good? You good, Ignacio? Good to have you back, man. No, I'm gonna be on here a little bit longer here. I'm watching this Iowa high school rugby right now. It's pretty sweet. Big day again. I was supposed to be the color commentator, so that's the first conversion missed from Bondurant. What do they got? 40? Yeah, so it should be Bondurant 40, Urbandale 5. I think we're just waiting for them to add that last 5-pointer for Bondurant. But thanks, dog. Michigan, you're in Michigan. I'm in Wisconsin, but I'm watching this Iowa rugby. I used to live and coach in Iowa, and like I coached at the college level, and these are like this high school, like I assisted when I wasn't coaching college. I assisted with this high school team. I refed a lot. Like I every ref who I've seen out there so far tonight has been somebody I know, and so I'm pretty invested in this. These are my people. Oh, he's talking to both teams, having a chat. Oh, shake it up. They shake it up. I like it. You've never seen rugby? Oh, shaver can probably trip the lights. uh, I've got two of them, and the good one, no problems. The kind of older janky one, every once in a while, it'll be good. It'll be like, and it'll yank, like it'll pull. So I gotta not use. I should just throw that thing away so I don't end up getting tempted to use it again. Like I'll use it like just right up here and stuff, or right on the neck. But every once in a while, like if I use that old one, like every other time I use it, I get like one pull. Okay, we got offsides on Bondurant. So we got a penalty to Urbandale. Penalty to Urbandale. What they going to do with it? It was offsides to Bondurant here. So this game is well and truly won by Bondurant. But let's see what Urbandale can do. Okay, so they're kicking for touch. All right, I love to see a little kicking for touch. I feel like it's underrated, especially at the lower levels. Like if you watch like the Sevens World Series and stuff, you had a lockdown beard. Yeah, everybody did. Ignacio, you're coming back with them emojis, bro. I love it. You bring that energy with those emojis, dude. Uh, but you see a lot at the high school and even the college level, like they just want to quick tap everything in sevens. And it's like, maybe like there's a time and a place for that. Like, but like oftentimes, like chill, let the clock be your friend. Like, can you kick for touch and do you trust your set piece? Or even just the choosing a scrum. Like good sevens teams choose the scrum because they know they're going to win it. They can spread the field. They know they'll have a platform. There's so many. I see that all the time, where not always, but a lot of times the better teams are the ones who are choosing the set piece on those penalties. Not every time, but a lot more of the time. They're actually analyzing the situation rather than like, oh, penalty, tap it and go. Like there's thought going into it. And so actually see them, you'll see them like make a conscious decision like, oh, no, we can. Let's scrum. Oh, really good save from the Urbandale kid. So we're into stoppage time. Urbandale keeps fighting. The really nifty save the ball from touch by whoever the heck that high school kid is. Look at this is classic high school rugby where like all 14 players are on one half of the field. Switzerland for real. I saw Belgium. Belgium won the Sevens 2 tournament in Sao Paulo the other weekend, which was like kind of a big surprise. I think some of that was we got another penalty. So this is at like Urbandale's at like midfield. and he tapped and went and he knocked it on. Oh, good job. Ugh. What up? Welcome back. So that's going to be the game. So Bondurant 40, Urbandale 5. Oof. Oofda. Yeah, Belgium winning the sevens. My guy Snacks Lindersmith, he does some work for World Rugby and stuff, putting on the events, those sevens tournaments, and he's been telling me like, don't sleep on Belgium. Belgium's all right. I don't know. When I coached the All Americans for NCR in France, was it 2 summers ago, summer 24. Our first match of the tour was against the Belgian national team, and we beat them. It was a close-ish game, but we beat them. It was a bunch of American college kids against the Belgian national team, and we got the dub. But they had some play. They had like really good kicking, and they had a really good front row. They really had a good platform. They had the better of us in the scrums throughout most of the game. I would say we were more athletic and loose play and had a better overall back line, but they controlled the field. The kid, they had like a 10 and a 15 who both had like cannon boots on them. Have you been to Begun? Oh no, man. Oh, Belgium. Have I been to Belgium? I don't know if I've been in I've been in a number of places in Europe. I don't know if I ever actually entered Belgium. Let's think about this. Netherlands, France a few times, Germany, Czech, Italy, Spain. If I've been in Belgium, it was just like I like crossed it. No, I don't like I never spent like a day there or a night there. I don't think I've ever been in Belgium. I've been really close. I've been around there, but I don't think I've ever actually been in Belgium. I've been like within like less than 10 kilometers from the border, but I don't think I've ever actually gone. Okay, so what do we got? They're showing state tournament results here. Okay, so we got Roosevelt versus Southeast Polk in this last game. Man, I'm enjoying. Yeah, it's like about the German men's sevens team really surprised me. Watching them, like they surprised me with how good they've been. There's some of those that like second, third tier of European rugby is actually like headed in the right direction. I played with a dude in Bangkok who was on the Belgian national team. I think I don't know how many caps he had, but he had some caps, and then he moved to Thailand, and he was a baller of a player. And I'd heard that like on the developmental side, like Italy. Oh, you're okay. 65% Dutch. Yeah, been to the Netherlands a couple times. Netherlands, Germany, Portugal. There's a lot of these that people think of as traditionally like second tier rugby nations that have gotten a lot better in the last decade. Italy, man, Italy like winning these like in the Six Nations this year was so fun to watch them. They should have won a third game. I think we got a kid that looked awkward. We got somebody who's a little bit concussed. I think one of these young men. Um, yeah, Romania and Georgia, I feel like have been on the cusp for a long time. Which one is my favorite? Like of the European teams or overall? Like I'll always back the USA because I'm American. The Springboks are the best right now in 15s and even in sevens, but Fiji like right there. Um, if I had to pick like of those, if I'm saying I've always liked France because they're weird, like they're friend, like they're either like can beat anybody or they look terrible. I kind of like their like bipolar nature. Overall, after the USA, I think I said this on one a while back. Fiji sevens, like I think I recommended to somebody else, like Fiji sevens, man. Like that's like they play like it's so fun to watch. They have their own style where it's like I said the Springboks were the best in 15s. I can't say they're my favorite. I mean, I'd take them over Australia. That's for dang sure. But no, the Fijian men, the way they play sevens is just like something else. It's a thing of beauty. They're like such a cool culture, great people, very family focused, but they have like their own. It's like they chuck the ball around and it's like wild and free flowing, but it's also like beautifully skillful. That's a good line out right there. Is that Southeast Polk? Um, yeah, I will admit that the Boks are the best team in the world right now. On the men's side, in 15s and on. And I mean, if you just look at the standings, they won the sevens again with like Fiji right behind them. So I will concede they're the best, and I don't dislike the Box. I would say I like them. I used to, when I was first got into rugby, I was like, oh yeah, the All Blacks. Kind of, I feel like that's like the normal thing for like American kids when they first get into rugby is like, yeah, the All Blacks, go All Blacks. Um, I prefer the Springboks to the All Blacks now at this point in my. There are more Springbok supporters in Austria than Australia. Oh, yeah, bro. It'd be interesting to see that World Cup in Australia coming up next year. How that goes, like Union and Australia is in such a weird place. Like league's just been taking their talent for a long time, but then they kind of go weave back and forth, and we'll see. Oh, big man dummy. We got a big man dummy, but the defense did not go for it. He gets like sat backwards. Oh yeah, you can see some of like just total lack of field vision whatsoever. Like catch the ball, run forward. Whatever that. Oh, and then somebody finally did. They threw a second pass and it just got picked off, and I think it's gonna get taken the other way. Oof. Southeast Polk. So Southeast Polk was like for forever. It was like the best high school team in Iowa. Like I lived in Iowa twice, and like when I moved back again, the most recent time, so that would have been like 5 years ago. They had just come off where they won like state title, and now they're always competitive. They're always right up there, but they're not like quite the machine. They're not like as totally dominant as they used to be, but they're always going to be up there. Oh gosh. That was not a good conversion kick, though. But so I think it's gonna be Southeast Polk 12, Roosevelt 0. But yeah, no, they'll get like every year they'll get like one or two big like NRL guys to switch back to Union for the Wallabies and stuff. But like it doesn't seem sustainable. Like ultimately, like most of the like a larger percentage of the rugby talent in Australia goes to play NRL because that's like the better path for making a living at it. I mean, there's more NRL. If you're a starter on an NRL team, you're probably on close to 1 million Australian. You're at least minimum several 100,000, 500,000 Australian a year. And like, there's how many NRL teams are there? There's at least a dozen, 12 at least, 12, 13, 15, something like that. It's well into double digits. And otherwise, they have 4 Super Rugby franchises. Like it's just, and the NRL just pays better. So you got way more spots, way more chance to make a living at it. And it generally pays better outside of like, unless you're a Wallaby, like then, okay. Yeah. Like the top few Wallabies, if you get the national contract plus the Super Rugby, like you'll be all right. But yeah. What's up? My name is Joe. Just like you, dog. Rugby Coach Joe. I live in Wisconsin. That's where I'm from. I moved back to Wisconsin after, rugby taking me all over the world over the last like 15 years. But I had a baby with my rugby wife. And so we moved back closer to family. And so I'm still playing. I played a little bit. Let me think. I played. Was it 2 weeks ago? We won a tens tournament. My club team, my wife's team. So I was supposed to broadcast this event that's going on now on Friday, and then my wife was supposed to play last Saturday, and they both got rained out. It was terrible. Oh, your real name isn't Joe? My real name is Joseph, but Joe. Always been Joe. But so it was a like really, really awful weather, like for several days. It was just rain, and it was really cold, and like the pitches were flooded all over the place. And so, yeah, my wife drove almost to Chicago and found out her game was canceled. Oh, big man going. And then I drove like 3 hours and got well into Iowa. And then I found out this high school stuff I was supposed to broadcast got canceled. I couldn't go today. So somebody's taking my place. We got my friend, Mr. Ryan Gray, and Jeremy Newman. They're the broadcast crew, but Jeremy Newman took my place as color commentary. But I'm going to go do that again this Friday in Cedar Rapids. Heck yeah, dude. As soon as I saw that, it's like, oh, you're Wyatt? Hey, I know a rugby player named Wyatt from Iowa. Oh, that's a big dude for Salty's Polk. I think is he gonna get the try? Yeah, big man try. Big man try. Let's go. Yeah, no, dude, you see that name? I know one Van Wyk who's Namibian. And so that was the only I think I said that the first time I saw you on here. I was like, could be Namibian, but like, nah, that's a South African name. Oh, well, what do we got? Southeast Polk with us, third try. Yeah, I was gonna say I gotta hop off too, my man. Say, Rian, I hope you get some sleep, dog. Try and get to bed. Wyatt/Joe, good to see you again. Ignacio, if you're still there, and I got a shout out with the Derek Rose. What I don't remember. That's his screen name is Derek Rose, something something. I told him I'd shout him out. He keeps commenting on my videos. He's a good dude. So American Rugby, let's do it. Y'all appreciate you for being here. This is fun. Keep doing this every Monday night. Like I said, I'll probably get on do a stream of one of these MLR games this next weekend on the Sunday game. So peace, y'all. Take it easy.